Hopefully we can get back to winning ways against relegation-threatened Barnsley, because as well as we've done in the Carabao Cup this season, I think our luck is probably going to run out against Leeds. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 47 of One Team, One Dream, Into the Woods. My name is James, and on today's episode, we have that league game against Barnsley, who are currently 21st in the table, followed by the Carabao Cup 4th round game against Leeds United. There's been no matches, so no news between the two episodes, so we can get straight into the Barnsley game to hopefully get back to winning ways. We desperately need a win. The only bit of team news, Charles, who had a knock in the last episode, isn't fully fit yet, so he's only on the bench. I don't really want to have to bring him on unless we get desperate. So Hosanna sits in for him. So the team for the first game against Barnsley is going to be Huddart in goal, a back four of Devine, Tricker, Kirk and Hosanna. Adebayi and Rossiter in central midfield. Robson and Alabiosu are the wide men. Yeats and Taylor Crossdale up front. Based on some of the teams we've beaten this season, this team should be good enough against Barnsley, against a struggling Barnsley. But at the moment, with our form, we are also struggling and on our way down the table. Right, we have a highlight here on 4 minutes. Huddart with the goal kick to Kirk. Kirk takes his time trying to pick his spot. Manages to find Alabiosu out on the right-hand side. Alabiosu's got a little bit of running room here. Goes past one man. There's a look like a foul in the centre there, but the referees play continue. Hosanna with the ball whipped into the centre. Robson there with the header at the far post. Unfortunately, the Barnsley goalkeeper is wise to it. He hoofs it forward. They're looking to counter-attack. Pack with the ball, but Roster managed to win the ball back brilliantly. Alabiosu with the ball yet again. He's free in the penalty area. He's going to take a shot or go for a cross. He stumbles back into the centre. Not sure who that was trying to take a shot there, but the ball was blocked. Unfortunately, that is where the highlight ends. Right, Alabiosu is taken down on the 10th minute, and it looks like Devine is going to have a free kick. Goes round the wall, I think he hit the woodwork there, but Kirk is quickest to react at the far post. He puts it in to make it Boreham 1, Barnsley 0. Devine with a brilliant free kick, going wide. I think it was a mixture of the goalkeeper and the woodwork that stopped it going in the first time. Kirk was quickest there, especially as one of our centre-backs. That was quite surprising, but he manages to put it in to put us ahead. Barnsley have a throw-in, but we managed to clear the ball forward. Button, though, the goalkeeper for Barnsley clears it as well, but this time it goes to Devine, to Adebayi even. Rossiter, lost my words there. Taylor Crossdale to Yeats. Yeats is free in the penalty area. He wasn't going to miss from there to get his 17th goal of the season. Yeats is going for the record this year. I'm not sure what our record is for goals in a season. I'm sure Taylor Crossdale probably holds it at this point. But Rossiter with the ball through to Taylor Crossdale. Yeats was given all the time in the world. Smashes it into the top corner. And it's Boreham 2, Barnsley 0. But straight away we have a highlight from the kickoff. Barnsley with the ball trying to save some face in this first half. But we win the ball back with Hosanna. Hosanna putting forward to Alabiosu, who's been a thorn in their side so far in this half. Through to Yeats. Is Yeats going to put in for a second? Alabiosu sends everyone one way, and Yeats just cheekily pops it into the opposite corner for his second of the game. Our third, and it's less than 30 minutes on the clock. Alabiosu, I said, had been a thorn in their side so far. Managed to make a little bit of space, just pops it through to Yeats. Yeats sends everyone the other way, puts it into the corner. And Barnsley have been torn apart so far in this first half. But Barnsley have a corner, whipped in the centre, holds Devine with, I think, a header off the line. But Alabiosu is quickest to get to the ball, and we are free. Can we make it 4? Just minutes later after scoring again. But Alabiosu loses the ball to Yeats, back to Alabiosu. He's in the penalty area to Taylor Crossdale. Barnsley now, unfortunately, they're swarming back, and they manage to win the ball back and clear it forward. And Hosanna manages to collect the loose ball and puts it out for a Barnsley throw. Right, we have a free kick just for half-time. Devine with the ball to the back post. Taylor Crossdale. Of course, with Yeats getting 2 in today's game, Taylor Crossdale was not going to allow Yeats to pull too far ahead with the top goal scorer this season. Devine with another brilliant ball into the box. Taylor Crossdale in off the crossbar to make it 4-0 just before half-time. As we come into half-time, what a first half. We have limited Barnsley to 1 shot on target, and we have scored 4 goals ourselves. This is more like it. I'm going to say outstretched arms, happy the way things are going, keep it up. I was half tempted to go for the complacency angle, but I think this far ahead, I'm not putting it out of the realm as a possibility, especially as we conceded 3 in the last game, but that was against Sunderland. It's definitely a different kettle of fish today. But we have a throw-in. Devine has the ball this time on the left-hand side. It's Robson. Back to Tricker. To Rossiter. Looking out wide again for Devine. Back into Robson. Nice 1-2 there. Whipped into the centre. Taylor Crossdale down to Alabiosu. Tries to put it in. Button makes the save to stop it being 5. But we have a corner with Devine. Devine has been on it today with these set pieces. Whipped to the back post, looking for Taylor Crossdale. Fortunately, it doesn't manage to get it, and Tricker can't stop it going out for a Barnsley throw. Right, bang on 70 minutes. I think we're going to make some changes because we've got some tired legs out there. I think we're going to switch Adebayo and Rossiter over. We're going to take Adebayo off. We're going to bring on Andy in that ball-winning midfielder role. Alabiosu has been incredible today, but I think we'll take him off. Bring on Daly to go out wide, switch him to inverted winger. And that'll be it for the time being. I think I might try and bring on Charles for the last 10 minutes, just try and get a little bit of fitness into him as he's coming back from his knock. But we had a throw in on the right hand side. Andy manages to collect the loose ball to Rossiter, to Robson, back to Rossiter, out wide to Devine. Devine, can he put another whip into the centre? To Daly at the back post, and he has been on a matter of minutes and has put it into the back of the net. Regardless of what we are doing at the back this season, we have so many players that are so dangerous in front of goal. And Devine has been the architect of almost all of these today. He has had an absolutely incredible game. But Daly puts it in to make it 5. Our Barnsley have a throw-in on 47 minutes. Robertson with the ball back to Hayes, the original throw-in taker. Whips it forward into the penalty area. Huddart collects it comfortably. There's nobody around him whatsoever. There was no chance anyone was getting to that. Rolls it out to Tricker. Playing it slowly out of defence to Andy. This is more like it. I know I complained about in the last game about the fact that we were just hoofing it forward. And actually, the moment I'd said that I wish we'd hoofed it forward because that was an awful pass there by Andy. We've lost the ball to Barnsley. Barnsley now in the penalty area. Whipped it in to Smith. And they have a goal back. Luckily, at this point, it's only a consolation goal. But we have gifted them that goal there. Andy with a poor pass. Absolutely no reason to give the ball away there whatsoever. Why he tried to chip it over rather than actually just passing it to feet. I don't want to see it yet another time. Barnsley have another throw in, and if we weren't 5 goals up before they scored that first one, I would be concerned. But Hosanna manages to win the loose ball to Daly, push it forward to Yeats. Can he get his hat trick? Oh, unfortunately, he hits the post. That will cap off a fantastic game by Yeats today. Just for that highlight, I think I'm going to make that final substitution. Hosanna has not had a great game. I'm going to bring on Charles for him for the last 10 minutes. Just try and get a little bit of fitness into him. Don't obviously want to push him too hard or don't want to re-aggravate his knock. But Yeats has the ball now, managed to win it from the Barnsley throw-in. Yeats has been given all the time in the world, but I think he is absolutely knackered today. He could barely run forward with the ball, and Barnsley easily win the ball back from him. It is full time. What a game. For the fact that we were supposed to be relegated this season, and we were tied to be relegated, to put that good a performance in against a team who are struggling in the relegation this season is a massive positive. Outstretched arms. That was really special, lads. What a positive result to try and go into the Carabao Cup game. It makes our form look a little bit better. I'm not even going to bother looking at the table at this point. I found myself doing it in the last couple of episodes. But the table means absolutely nothing until we get into the latter half of the season. Going to give some praise to Devine. Going to handshake. His passing was a joy to behold. 4 key passes, got 3 assists out of that. Absolutely fantastic game from Devine. But now on to the midweek Carabao Cup game against Leeds. Here it is, the 4th round Carabao Cup tie at home to Leeds. The only thing that was a little bit disappointing was that we haven't even managed to sell out Meadow Park for this game. I think it was 4,700 tickets are set to be sold, and we've got a 5,500 capacity stadium. So that is a little bit worrying moving forward if we're not able to get a full stadium for a big cup tie against a team like Leeds. The only other news is that Kirk is suspended after picking up 2 yellow cards in previous Carabao Cup games, so he is out for this game. Charles is also off of the bench for this game as well, as he is cup-tied. So Masterson has come in for Kirk. But other than that, it is the same team that absolutely hammered Barnsley in the last game. This is very much a different animal in this game now against Leeds. But hopefully that previous game has given us enough of a boost to go into this one. And I am going to actually point the finger, go out there and carry on what we did in the last match. I do not expect us to be able to carry on the way we did in the last match. But at the very least, if we can give Leeds a good game, then we'll give a good account for ourselves. But Devine has a corner whipped into the centre. Leeds managed to clear it quite cleanly, but it goes as far as Rossiter. Can we get back into the penalty area again? First highlight of the match. Tricker has to go all the way back to Huddart, but we're managing to keep possession, which is a promising thing. As long as we don't do anything stupid with the ball this close to our penalty area. Maston chips the ball forward, trying to find Taylor Crossdale, and Leeds have won the ball back. And this is what I was saying about doing something stupid, because Leeds are now going to come forward and absolutely punish us. That was a terrible shot. Huddart did not have to be worried at all with that shot. And luckily, we stay at 0-0. We have a throw-in on the left-hand side, whipped into the centre to Alabiosu at the back post. Goes over the top, unfortunately. The very least, you need to get that on target to trouble the goalkeeper. But he was being marked out of the game. And on 18.5 minutes, Robson has gone off injured. A potential knee injury. So this is going to be a very early change. But this early on, I'm going to bring Fagan on to that left-hand side. He can then switch to a inside forward for the time being. We do have McNeef and also Daly can play out there as well. So if we do have to take off one of the strikers, Fagan can then move forward and one of those guys can go out wide. We have a throw in with Hosanna on 23 minutes to Alabiosu. Trying to craft another opportunity in this game. Hosanna has a little bit of space, chips it forward, looking for Taylor Crossdale. Fortunately, Leeds' defender is quick to it, and Leeds are now going to look to come forward instead. Manages to go past his man. Out on the left-hand side, he's going to try and whip it into the centre. Out on the edge of the penalty, takes a shot from distance, hits the post. The post saves us there, because Huddart was not getting to that ball. Right, Leeds have another highlight. Out on the right-hand side, whipped into the centre. For Gleeson from range. I'm not sure what happened. I think it hit a mixture of the post and the crossbar. So it back into the centre again. Devine manages to clear it to Alabiosu. Can we move forward with a counter-attack? Alabiosu coming forward, trying to go and pass his man. Managed to find a little bit of space. Edge of the penalty area. Goes past him again. Can he whip it across to Fagan? Fagan unfortunately can't get enough purchase on the header. And the Leeds goalkeeper manages to clutch it. Phillips with a corner. Whipped into the centre. We managed to clear it yet again. Fortunately, there's no one up there for us, and Leeds are easily now going to come forward. Zigrova, I think, and at the back post, Okafor. Leeds finally managed to break the deadlock. It has been all Leeds in this first half, bar one opportunity that we've had, and it was only a matter of time before Leeds managed to go ahead. Zigrova with the cross to Okafor. Hosanna can't get the right side of his man. And that makes it Leeds 1, Boreham Wood 0. But we do have a highlight straight from the kickoff. Masterson going all the way back to Huddart. Seems a little unnecessary from the kickoff. But Tricker has the ball back again. Chips it forward to Fagan. Trying to find Taylor Crossdale. Leeds win the ball back. We have to stop trying to lose the ball, because as soon as we lose the ball, Leeds look like they're going to come forward and score. And Okafor hits the post. Ricocheted back to Okafor. And Okafor puts his second in for the game. Leeds second. And we're not even at half-time yet. And I think this is probably how the game is going to go. And at half-time, we have managed to have 2 shots on target. But we've not managed to do anything with either of them. But Leeds have managed to put their opportunities away. I'm going to point the finger. I expect to see much better showing from you in the second half. We need to at least put in a good performance to show that we are actually not going to roll over for a team like Leeds, and actually try and put in a half-decent performance in this second half. But the first highlight of the second half is Leeds yet again, putting into the centre. And Zegrova, we are barely 3 or 4 minutes into the second half. Leeds are 3-0 up. I think we're going to have to make some early substitutions, because we are absolutely crumbling against Leeds here. I don't want to see the highlight again. Right, first things first, Fagan is going to swap with Yeats, and Yeats is coming off. I'm going to bring on McNeef. on that left-hand side. Alabios is going to drop back, replace Hosanna with Daly. And that's then all 3 of our substitutions made. I am going to berate the players, though. Seems a little unfair against a team like Leeds. But we're not even putting up a fight. And Leeds are coming forward yet again. Okafor has already scored 2 goals. He's easily going past Alabiosu on that right-hand side. Seeley from range takes a shot in off the crossbar, and it's 4. We have been woeful in this game. What a difference a couple of days makes between the 2 games. For how dominant we were, yes, against the struggling Barnsley, and obviously other end of the scale you've got Leeds United, but we've not even I think we've had 1 highlight in this entire game. And Leeds are coming forward yet again, and more than likely it's going to be 5, and we've still got 30 minutes left to play in this game. We're absolutely falling apart. Luckily Huddart manages to make the save to try and save further embarrassment in this game, but Tricker is on a 6.2. If we had more substitutions, I'd be taking him off. As a captain, it is disgusting that he has a 6.2. He should be the one shouting. He should be the one trying to drive our team on. And he's just wilting against this championship strike force. And I've run out of things to say at this point. Well, luckily the rest of the second half was quiet because we have been served an absolute whipping by Leeds in that game. I am going to thrash my arms. I am far from pleased with that result. I was not expecting a win in that game, but I was not expecting us just to roll over like we did. That headline is perfect. Humiliation for Boreham Wood. And it was. Absolute humiliation in that game. The way we've been playing at the start of this season, I was even suggesting that we might possibly be able to sneak into the playoffs. If that's how we play against a championship side, we've got a long way to go before we can even consider trying to get promoted out of this league. In terms of when I'm going to come back, I'm going to run through the entirety of November. I think I might come back for Charlton and Stockport at the end of November. We've got a near the top of the table and a bottom of the table clashes in that episode. And hopefully by then we've managed to get some form back into the team. Well, our Carabao Cup run fell off a cliff, but at the very least we got a win back in the league. So if you did enjoy that, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM21 videos from me twice a week. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.